Hello, yes? I'd like to renew my subscription, please. Uh-huh. And does that come with the tote bag? It doesn't. How long do I need to subscribe to get that? Okay. And $50 every month? Are you sure you need my social security number for this? Hello? Hello? What was the one again?
What are you doing?
Are you all right, or did the pressure of stardom finally?
And that's why communication is important, Oslo. Hi there, I'm Stan Landman for Stan Landman's Pop of Culture, and this guy,
Hi,
he's a
I'm
guy.
Oz.
You know, he's not that important. So we're here this week. This is our communication episode, and what you just witnessed right there is why communication is so important.
I mean, right there, you didn't know what I was doing. I mean, I was moving my mouth, I was moving my arms, but, you didn't really catch what was going on. I mean, the Austrian demographic, they don't know what's going on at all. They don't hear my voice when I talk, so, maybe that's why our numbers are so abysmally low with them.
Actually, I think that's because you literally ruined the Austria Day parade with those illegal fireworks.
That never happened, according to my lawyer, and you don't have any evidence of it happening, so why bring it up? Anyway, let's move into our banter for this week, our communication-based banter. Now tell me, Oslo, what communication is best communication?
Talking?
Oh, Oslo, that's cute. That's really something, talking. You may as well be burning whale oil instead of using light bulbs.
Well, not quite, but okay, what do you prefer?
Me? I'm a man on the cusp of technology. I like the phone to make the call. I like the text message. Every so often I get on that internet, and I write letters. You ever think about writing letters, Oslo?
To who? I mean, I used to write letters to Santa when I was a kid, but...
Oh, dear. Oh, Oslo, that is really something, isn't it? Jeez.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry, Oslo. I'm writing a letter to you in response to the fact that you don't write letters. It's really, it's gonna be great. Let me tell you.
Why don't you just tell me?
Here, you send this out for me. Thank you.
Huh? You're talking, Oslo? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you because you were using a dated form of communication. Maybe when you get my letter, you could tell me what you wanted to say. Or, you could 1-800-TALK-ME-A-FAX. That's always fun. He's a good guy. But until then, just enjoy yourself.
Well, my thoughts exactly. In the meantime, we're going to show you an interview with a man who is, much like myself, on the cusp of technology. He is a man who installs phone lines, and he once told me he could juggle hammers. Yeah, that's not communicative. I don't know what is. His name is Dan Williamson, and we're going to show you that interview just a second. Let's see here. Just a second. Wait. And... oh! It's here already. Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here in Dan Williamson's bachelor pad, I guess. And I'm here with Dan Williamson himself. He's a communication guy. I love you for what you do. You're lovely.
Well, thank you, Stan. It is what I do. Installing telephone lines is what keeps communication going in MINEHEAD.
That's right. Without this man here, we wouldn't even be able to call each other. Isn't that right?
Yes, Stan, I am the Atlas of communication. I hold the world of communication upon my shoulders.
That's a pretty heavy reference that I don't quite understand, but it sounds important, actually. It sounds a lot more important than what your brothers do.
Excuse me?
Well, Dan, you're a Dan. You know, all Dans in Minehead, they're part of the Dan family conglomerate. But usually they own their own business. I never thought I'd meet a Dan who's a paragon of communication like you.
Dan, I am a Dan, but I am ashamed to hold my family name.
Ooh, I think we might have touched a nerve here. I think we need to call an emergency interview change. You know, instead of Dan here communicating about communication, I think it's about time he communicated about his feelings. What's on your mind, Dan?
Well, Stan, I am the third Dan in this generation of Dans. And my father, he told us, he said, sons, Dans, gather around. And he told us to follow our dreams, you know, aim high. The oldest Dan, he liked chairs so much that he started Dan Fededucci's discount chairs.
I know it well.
The middle child, Dan, you know Dan, he went to barber school and he opened up Dan O'Malley's discount haircuts right next door, right in the same complex.
And what about you?
My passion was roller coasters. I started Dan Williamson's discount roller coasters.
What happened?
No one in Minehead, Virginia has the money or the space for a roller coaster. You know, I was the first Dan, 18 generations, the first Dan to go out of business. I'm a disgrace to the family name.
No, you're not a disgrace. You know, roller coasters, they're bound to come back into style. Everything does. But, you know, don't think of it as going out of business. Think of it as a dream being put on hold.
Stan, would you buy a roller coaster from me?
You know, buddy, I think I might. You got a catalog on you?
I'll just keep a catalog on me.
Oh, you do have a catalog. Okay. Let's see. I'll go with something modest. You know, I'm a man of decent wealth, but I don't want to spend too much. Whoa! Oh, ooh, no, that is not going to happen. Sorry. You know.
But
Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Williamson, the disgrace of the Dan family. He's good at power lines, not good at much else. We'll be right back.
hi there, I'm Herb Whitman. I had some spare cash lying around, so I decided to build this big empty warehouse in my backyard. And now, to the lovely people of Minehead, Virginia, I'm offering you some rental space in my big empty warehouse for a monthly fee of $49.99 per day. You could use this place for anything. You can use it for car storage. You could use it for video poker. You could use it for illegal drug trafficking. You could have your local band play here. You could do whatever. Just no pets, please, no pets. I always have this weird vibe that they're animal farming me or something. I don't know. You ever see a pig in a suit? It's terrifying. Okay, well, let's see what our current customer is using this space for.
While you're doing it, you gotta cinch up real hard on the neck, but you don't want to break any bones, because you don't want any blood all over you. Are you filming?
Hey, come on, get up. No, we're done. No, none of this.
See, anything. Even shooting what I can only assume is headlock fetish material. Orm Whitman's empty warehouse. There's space available, so call now. But we don't have a telephone in here, and I don't want to give out my home phone number on the television. So just look me up in the phone book. There's about 4 Herb Whitmans. Just keep calling until you find the one that sounds like me. And so call now.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure I'm not the only one who noticed it, but Oslo was in a really sorry state during the banter segment this morning. So I brought him down here to the Minehead High School, brought him down to one of the classrooms down here, you know, classes in session, Roslo, Wisconsin this time, how to communicate. I'm going to teach him. I'm going to make sure he gets it. Everybody, please welcome back Oslo, Wisconsin.
Well, this is nice of you to do and all, Stan, but I know how to communicate just fine. What do you do?
What does that say?
Communicating.
No, not even close. This is easy stuff, Oslo. You know, I know you're a smart guy. Let those brain juices flow, all right?
Communicate.
No! You know, you're more of a lost cause than I thought. Okay, Oslo, the very first rule of communication is you need to play by the rules the other person is communicating.
You haven't set any rules yet.
These are understood rules, Oslo, all right? You know, do you get it? Like, you know, I'm writing. You gotta write, okay? What's it say?
We're going to do the entire segment like this because I can't imagine it's very exciting to watch. Did you just break your own rule by responding to me talking, by writing? No, take your time, because I know that the rules are very restrictive, Stan.
And rules are meant to be broken, all right? You know, I'm sorry, audience. I'm sorry I had to break one of the major rules of communication in there, but Oslo had me trapped. He had me stuck where there was no way to continue the conversation, and by all accounts, I should just leave. But I care about you. You're my most important priority, and honestly, Oslo, that's a down and dirty thing to do. It cut me very deep. So, you know, in addition to not knowing how to communicate, you're also a bully. How do you respond?
I'm a bully for asking you a logical question.
No, Oslo, logic has no place in communication, all right? It's words, it's body language, it's sentences.
It's logic.
It's not... Oslo, I think you're getting it.
I am.
Yeah, I mean, argument is one of the core pillars of communication. And you're arguing like a master right now. I mean, you know, obviously you're going to lose this argument, so don't bother going any further. But, you know, me and Oslo, we're gonna continue our little argument during the episode preview here. But when we come back, I think, you know, he's getting a little on his high horse here, thinking he's, you know, big shot communication man. I'm going to knock him down in a little game of words, and I'm going to prove that I am worthy to teach how to communicate. See you soon. It's that time of the year again, the holiday season. Chestnuts, snow, ice, fatal weather, driving to your in-laws in fatal weather, asking your significant other, is it really worth it? Is it really worth this hassle as an 18-wheeler jackknifes in front of you? All this and more to make the holiday season a holiday season. Stan Landman's Papa Culture goes into holiday mode next week, so do not miss it. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we've got our little competition set up here because Oslo and I are about to go one-on-one in a game of Barrel of Monkeys. If you don't understand the concept, it's as follows. I say a word, Oslo says a word that starts with the last letter of that word, so on and so forth. You know, this is, again, it's really just going to prove who the communication master among us is.
Do you have absolutely anything to
Are you
prove
ready,
by
Oslo?
doing this?
Let's go. Shark.
Kleptomaniac.
Starts with a C. Easy stuff. Not a problem. Not a problem. Cat.
Tabernacle.